What's up, fight fans? Welcome to Mr. Mustache MMA News. Today, I got some breaking news for you, but before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's gonna make sure that I will be able to provide more consistent content for you little savages. So let's get right into it. Let's go, fight fans. What's up, fight fans? All right, so getting right into it. UFC 272 is gonna be a headline by Jorge Street Jesus Masvidal versus Colby Chaos Covington for a 5-round non-title main event. Very fucking exciting. 3:05 March 5th for George. Crazy implications. A lot of questions are going to get answered. Does George still have it? Can Colby prove that all the shit talk that he's been saying, that he basically makes Jorge Masvidal his bitch, true? We're all going to fucking find out. Now, this is where I struggle with picking fights. I always call it my brain versus my heart. My brain says, literally first instinct, Colby's going to dominate with the wrestling, the pressure. It's going to be a 5-round decision win for Colby Covington. That's what my brain is going to tell me. He's going to out-wrestle, outwork, and out-pressure Jorge Masvidal. But my heart wants Masvidal striking to take over and knock Colby the fuck out in the second round. But that's usually the struggle that I have for these fights. And 9 times out of 10, that's usually the outcome. My heart almost always loses. That's why I don't like to bet on fights. I don't like to bet on fighters that I think, I don't want to ever bet against Nate Diaz, even though I know he's probably going to lose the fight. It was like the Leon Edwards fight. I knew he was probably going to lose the fight, but there's no way in hell I would ever bet against him. But moving forward with this fight, George coming off of his knockout loss to Kamaru Usman and his decision loss to Kamaru Usman for the welterweight strap, stalled a lot of the hype when it comes to George. And this is where he's trying to kind of recapture that hype and finally end the rivalry that he has with his old roommate in Colby Covington. But with George being about 37 years old, I think he's past that hump. I think he's past the prime. I don't think that he's going to have the speed. I don't think he's going to have the strength. I don't think he has the tools, the full arsenal to deal with what Colby Covington brings to the table. Colby, who's 33, right in his prime, all the cardio, all the strength, all the wrestling in the world, he's going to be able to dictate where this fight goes with his wrestling, right? And I think George is going to struggle with that. But Colby could just throw his fucking game plan right out the window and say, fuck this wrestling shit. I want to throw down with this guy, just like how he did with the first Usman fight. But I think that's going to go to his detriment. Colby's key to win this fight, use his wrestling, use his pressure, use his feints, change levels to keep George guessing to open up his striking. Now, he could just go for a takedown and just try and grind out a 25-minute victory, which would really fucking suck. But I don't think Colby's going to do that. I think he is going to take risks. Colby does like to take risks. He likes to put himself in harm's way. He likes to constantly throw stuff at you, constantly touch you, get you tired, basically blow out your gas tank, and he can just keep going all day. Now, George, his key to victory, keep the distance, stay away from the fence, kind of try and stay in the middle, use his footwork, use his jab, and look for that knockout shot. But this is where I don't think he's going to be able to do that. I think Colby's wrestling is going to negate anything that George is going to be able to do, especially with them being training partners for so many years before. Who really knows what happened in the training room? But we're about to find out. Colby's always said that he just held George down. He used his wrestling. Every time that they lived together, it was basically 24/7, Colby was winning. Now, you can obviously, I'm sure they got the better of each other plenty of times. But it makes it interesting. It makes us talk about it. It makes us want to know what the fuck's really going to happen so we can tune in and pay for this fight. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see the questions get answered. If George loses this fight and if he loses it in a bad way again, I think it's the end of Jorge Masvidal. If Colby loses this fight, I think he still has time. It all really depends. But right here, we're at a big crossroads for both of their careers. A lot is going to happen depending on the outcome of this fight. If George wins, he could possibly even get another fucking title shot, which would suck, but he's got that type of star power. He can do whatever he wants. And Colby, he wants to get that title shot again. So if he loses, he's going to have another 4 or 5 fight win streak to where he gets that title shot again. But if he wins, he's right there. And he's probably going to have to be that gatekeeper of the #1 contender spot. He's probably going to have to fight 2 or 3 more times if he wants that title fight again. Even if he wins against George, he's going to have to do something really spectacular to get that title shot. But I don't know what's going to happen. MMA math, that shit doesn't fucking work. A fighter beat C, beat B and C fighter, but C fighter beat A fighter. Like, it just doesn't really make any sense. And that's why I love this fucking sport so much. Anything can happen at any given time. And that's why I love this matchup so much. You have the classic wrestler versus striker, old best friends, new rivalry, shit talk, old gyms. Oh my God. All this shit that's finally been building up from American Top Team is finally going to come to an end. At least it could. Because Colby also has talked a bunch of shit to Dustin Poirier. Even though they're in different weight classes, Colby's list of enemies grows and grows and grows and grows. So the American Top Team feud with Colby Covington could honestly go for fucking years. Who really knows? I always find it interesting, but Colby seems to be winning a lot of those fights. Who knows what's going to happen? Personally, guys, I got Colby Covington by decision. Tell me what you guys think in the comment. Give me your opinions, what you guys think is going to happen in this fight. I can't wait to see. Tell me what you guys think. Thank you very much, fight fans. Let's fucking go.